Hey, yo, what's up?
What's happening?
This is 6'2" Hundos,
Yeah.
the podcast of Two Turn Radio. This your boy Heavy Health.
And it's your boy King of all kings, King Dave, East Side, South Side, North Side, West Side. What's happening?
What's happening? Hey man, so you posted up a little question.
Talk to me.
Matter of fact, I want to go ahead because you posted this, so I'd rather for you to kind of open it up. This is your discussion right now, so. He had posted up something very interesting on social media.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm
think
kind of ignorant. I just took some of the tree.
big ass gulp of some Lipton iced tea, lemonade with green
Something
tea.
like that.
But now go ahead. You started
All
off.
right.
Go ahead, brother.
All right. True or false? Fathers get a bad rap for leaving a relationship, no matter if it's his fault or not. He gets the bad rap for leaving a relationship with kids. However, the mother gets a good rap no matter what happens for leaving a relationship. True or false?
And see, the guy in me would say, "Hell yeah, that's true as hell." But at the same time, I've seen some situations where, damn well, you know what? No, I'm gonna say true. That's true because you know what? It's things that women or a guy would know about his significant other that everybody from the outside looking in don't know and won't necessarily understand unless they was really fucking that chick. And then, it's always, as they say, it's three sides to the story. It's your side, my side, and it's the truth.
True.
And so it always turns out that you always hear the side of the baby mama. You never really get to hear the side of the baby father, see his perspective on things. It's always her, how she feels and what she going through that matters most. That, of course, that's why you got child support always favoring her situation. But it seems like it does always matter about her, but no one never really asks about how the father feels or what he thinks and, how he's coming along in this whole ordeal with the child. Yes, she gave birth to the child, but it did take two for them to make the child. And I think that men's feelings and are what's the word I'm looking for, are not taken as important or not taken as seriously.
Because we always fucking, that's why. So why, for them, why should they take us important like that? Anyway, let me tell you something. I was with the mother of my children for 7 years. I'm not even going to lie to you. I bullshitted until she decided to get the goddamn courage or whatever to leave and the feeling to leave me. That's when I felt like, no, man, this is wrong. You did me wrong. This and I don't see. Since you don't have kids, you don't know how it go yet. When you have kids, there's a feeling. Now, all fathers can attain to this right here. There's a feeling you get once you get left by the damn mother and she take the kids, a piece of you is gone. So you start feeling that, you just walking all around the goddamn place because you're so fucking hurt. What the fuck are you going to do now? I am no longer the king of my castle anymore. And she just decided, now I'm not even talking about mine now. She just decides to just, you know what, I'm tired of you. Forget everything we supposed to do together as a family. I'm going to take these kids and I'm going to go about my business because my safety and this and that is important, which is fine. I get all of that. I really do. But you don't think for 1 second, as a mother who has done that, or a father who has done that, you don't think for 1 second that you are damaging your children's future off the simple fact that you and the person that you created them with, or I guess
You said it right. That was right.
You mean to tell me you two can't sit down and figure it out and talk about it? Because I have a mother, I have a father. Why are these two breaking if I'm learning in school that this is how it's supposed to be? I'm learning in life that this is how it's supposed to be. So now you mean to tell me these two are no longer together, so which means I only get half a heart. I only get half a brain. I only get half a foot. I only get half a ass whooping. I only get half a punishment. I get half of everything from now on because the other half is gone, vanished, out of here.
Well, that's where it comes down when you have children. Not only are you supposed to be financially stable, and secure, but you also must be psychologically stable and secure as well. Cause like King David said, I don't have any kids, but because I look at pregnancy as something very, very sacred. We don't have a lot of sacred things in this world anymore because everything is kind of like open and everything is all out and about, and everybody can do it and say it, whatever. So there's really no sacredcy, no type of standards for certain things anymore. What me, pregnancy is. And so I say this: the chick that has my kids, she's stuck with me forever.
That's what you say.
Yeah, I say
say.
right. I say that.
Watch what you say too.
I say that obliviously, and with a bit of naiveness to it, just because I don't know.
We all have.
However, though, I believe in my abilities to sustain, and I believe in my abilities to make sure, like, I can control what I can control,
True.
And then one thing is, like you admitted, you've kind of was on some bullshit with me. I'm not gonna do that. When I have kids, I think when I had kids, and it's really time for me to chill out. Really, I feel like the bullshitting part, it comes along when you're in a relationship with no kids involved. I understand that guys gonna be guys. But at the same time, when kids come involved, you got to really kind of like focus your attention and strength on fatherhood now, not so much as being a husband or a good boyfriend or whatever, but being a father to your children. And it's kind of hard to do that when you kind of mess around with different women, because everybody know, women is kind of the ultimate distraction when it comes to men. A woman will stop a man from progressing very quickly if he lets her, but ultimately she can do that with the power of the pussy, and that's what you got to realize it in your mind, that pussy's not all that powerful.
But that's the thing. When I was in my 20s, when I first had my daughter, right, I was at the Chicago Transit Authority.
CTA for some of those who didn't know.
Hey, shout out to my old folks, CTA. Man. I love y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. But I had just had my daughter.
Right.
I was working for them. It wasn't shit you could tell me, and I'm going to tell you why I say that. It wasn't shit you could tell me off the fact that I didn't have a father to teach me how to go for what I needed and go for what I wanted in life. I didn't have a father who can show me how to be the best man I could be. I didn't have none of that. So when I did get 22, 23 years old and I got to CTA, I met somebody that was very, very good to me and who wanted a future with me. But yet I had my hands and everything dipped all over the place because I was so young to the fact that I had everything I wanted in the world. When a lion goes out and hunt, when anything in the forest goes out to hunt, when they get what they want, they good, they satisfied, they become lazy, they chill. I'm good, I got what I need. But if I would have had a father at least to show me that, look, man, you get on, you do this, you do that, and you become successful, you better stay away from this, you better stay away from that. I was always told to just carry rubbers. I was always told
but that's all guys. One thing is that.
But that's all I was told. That's all I was told by my father was just carry rubbers and don't get no damn diseases out here. You know what I'm saying? I was always told I was charming. I was always told I'm gonna have the females and this and that. So okay, cool. But the fact he wasn't there, I had to learn everything in this life all by myself. So when I did get with CTA, when I did have a relationship with somebody, when I did have a child with that person, what the fuck you gonna tell me? What you gonna tell me?
So look. So with all you just said, right? Is it safe to say if you would have got yourself together, you'd still be in a relationship with your baby mother?
You know what? That's a good question because sometimes I ask myself that question. I ask myself that every now and then.
And it's not like getting yourself together. I don't want people to think, oh, he didn't have no money. Like you said, he had everything, but mentally.
Hey, Mac, Mac, you knew what it was, boy. That FTT life was something else, bro. We was out there grinding. We was out there getting it, man.
Yeah, if you had yourself ready mentally, do you think? And this is no jab shade at your current lady. We just is the radio. So I hope if she's looking and watching, I'm not trying to do anything,
man,
bring
it's
nothing
all
up, nothing
good.
like this. Is we just inquirization here. So, like I said before, if you would have got yourself, or at least you were prepared or mentally ready, do you think you'd still be in that relationship right now?
Honestly, would probably be divorced.
No, so you would have married.
You know what? It was something that I should have did. Because the simple fact, I felt like I was given everything to me. Everything that I wanted since I was a kid fell in my lap from 2007, 2008, 2009. Everything fell dead in my fucking lap. And I took that as hell. I deserve it. It's mine. I didn't have a father. I had to teach myself how to be a man. So once a male that becomes a teenager, they feel, once that they have to learn everything themselves, they feel entitled. Because I done made it this far without this motherfucker. What is him or anybody else gonna tell me that I done already haven't seen myself any fucking way? So shit, I'm supposed to have a woman. I'm supposed to have a car. I'm supposed to have that good job. I'm supposed to have kids. Because I'm me. I made it through. I didn't have... No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that at all, man. Because at the end of the day, it turns you selfish. Very selfish. Because once you feel entitled, you always gonna feel entitled.
So what makes yourself different now than then or back then? Why are you different now than back then?
Because I lost. I lost. That whole situation I just told you about, that was something that I always wanted. For that to be taken away from me, I didn't know which way the blame was going to go. So I became lost in it. Once I started to figure out, I had the moment where I'm pointing the finger, she didn't have to leave me, man. She know I was supposed to take care of them kids and all that. But yet, still and all, why did she leave? You got to think, this woman chose you. She chose you to go through this pain.
Yo, bitch chose me.
Hey, you feel me?
Right.
She chose me to have a family with, and I didn't capitalize because I felt in my mind I was going to have that regardless because because of what I did not have. My mom taught me as much as she could.
From a woman's perspective.
I give her that.
Right.
But the fact that my father wasn't that, I always felt entitled. And it transferred into my attitude.
Kind of almost, he was arrogant.
Very arrogant. Because I felt deserving all the fucking time. And the craziest part about that, my father is smart. I've talking to him a lot. Well, the times I talk to him a lot. He's smart. He's smarter than he thinks. But I was always mad at the fact he chose not to give me that. It was always, son, I'm about to have company, man. What you gonna do tonight? Ooh. So I took that as like, okay.
Bet.
I'm gonna learn everything myself that my mom can't give me. So now I have my own version of being complete. So yeah, when I was 20, 21, 22, all through my 20s, what the fuck was you finna tell me? I didn't care. I want her. I need that, because it's mine. I deserve it. Once it all got snapped, once all these things got snatched from me, boy, I died.
It was a humbling situation.
It was the most humbling thing I ever been through in my life because now I know I'm going to have to teach that to my children. That when you have something, take care of it. Because you're going to lose it anyway. Nothing in this life lasts forever.
Facts.
But the fact of the matter is you took the time to actually care. My problem with the family I had, I didn't take the time to care because I thought I was caring anyway. I thought it was automatically happening because of my presence.
And that was just based off just this lack of knowing.
Exactly. And it was always my own thoughts. It was always my own version. I didn't believe nothing nobody say because I never felt complete until I just figured, hell, he wasn't finna teach me shit. So go ahead, Dave, and, go ahead and date 5, 6 different females at a time. Go ahead and
Yeah, the squad.
have sex and do all these party. Go
Right.
ahead because you deserve it. Because somebody that you really wanted around wasn't there.
That's
and it
deep.
wasn't your fault.
That's
and it'll
deep.
never be your fault. So what do you do when you don't know? You take that, you eat it, you run with it.
That's deep. That is definitely deep, and I understand that. I can see how that goes across a lot of young men today, where they may not have a father, so they end up kind of creating their own male reality or their
that
own.
Thought right quick. Facebook Live was going on. King Dave, Heavy Hev. True or false, y'all? Fathers get a bad rap when we are forced out or we have to leave a relationship, compared to a woman who is a mother gets a good rap for doing the same exact thing. True or false? Hit me up, man. Hit me up with your questions. Hit them up with your questions. Let's holler. Go ahead and say what you was going to say, because I wanted to know from your perspective of somebody who's basically outside looking in. You're not a father, right?
From the outside looking
God
in.
bless you. But what would be your insight to if you were a father?
I mean, if I were to be a
And
father,
you went through those things.
so I'm right now at my age right now, I'm kind of like over like the whole having a lot of women. To be honest with you, I actually get like a little bit anxiety when I have more than one chick just hitting me up. You feel me? Like I'm like, yo, cause I kind of get a little bit tired of lying. I get fumbled up. I don't even have a crew to be around me like that to really lie with me. Cause when you lie, fellas, you gonna have about 2 or 3 main homies that you gonna have to fill in with the lie. So then when your girl talk to them, or if they talk to your girl, whatever, or they see on social media that the lie, everything is kind of together, the continuity of the lie, right?
Yeah.
But at this age where I'm at right now, I'm kind of like over it. You feel me? Like I really just kind of want to just chill. I really don't care for the partying. I rather just drink, chill at the crib, maybe have some drunk sex in the house on top of the kitchen counter somewhere and eat some ravioli and some ramen noodles. But
you're mid-20s, correct?
You could say late 20s now.
You're
but
late 20s.
Yeah.
Okay, for you to understand that at that age, that's actually good.
I mean,
Because I didn't realize that till I became 30. Once I done got battered and bruised off my own ego and my own mistakes and own situations I went through with my family and with just life, once it became that blinking light, like, duh, do you understand what's going on in your life? It was like, well, damn, I wish I could. You can't rewind. So for you to understand that at the age you at now, that's actually a good goddamn thing.
And it just comes down to, well, like, this is my experience, like, just when I'm growing up, my dad was in my life for a decent amount of time, and then he got kicked out because he couldn't leave the streets alone or whatnot. But I think he was around. But definitely he was around enough for me to see what not to do, and so I was able to make the right decision and go the other way, and I'm here. Nonetheless, though, I would say sexually with women, I've kind of had my escapades, and I had my squads, and I had my daily routines and shit like that. And eventually, I get tired of it because, again, my mind, I need to be mentally peaceful. And women, everybody knows, women are fucking headaches. They're headaches. And to deal with all these different type of personalities coming from women, it will drive you insane, drive you up the fucking wall. And it's I'm at the point I don't give a fuck like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
hold that thought for a second. I got a buddy of mine. She just answered. Her answer is false. She says whatever works for the kids, the bad rep comes. She know I agree. In a certain extent, I do agree. But it's true because I'm looking at the stacks. I'm looking at the statistics. I'm looking at the fact that we don't have the same advantages you all have like that. Yeah. And it's not a bad thing because you do got a gang of us right now who just do stupid ass shit.
Yeah.
I get all of that. But yet, I can't just pick up and just get a lawyer like that. Women can. I've seen this.
Look, man, you talking about public housing, you talking about WIC, you talking about, there's a lot of shit that's for
you
the single
You already
mother.
know that's a whole conversation for a whole nother day.
A whole nother day, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, but
she should too, because it's There's a lot of good single fathers out here, and they don't get the rep as a good single dad because they're not 24 hours around the kid like a mother
And
is.
you know what's crazy? The lady I'm talking about right now who just answered the question, she gave me some of the most powerful knowledge I could ever know when it comes to parenting, single parenting. Because you're not going to look, I didn't get a chance to look at it through my children's mother's eyes like that. Because after we split, it is what it is.
Right.
But talking to her and looking her in her eyes or anything like that, I got the sense that, man, I kind of understand how a woman feels when they in a position with a man who does fumble around the opportunity to make it whole, to make it right, to make sure the kids sleep good at
Pretty
night.
sure it's quite frustrating.
And I didn't really get it till I walked away from her probably an hour later, and I'm like, she was kind of fucking right. She was right.
Yeah, I
didn't think I was going to be able to say nothing like that because, I got my feelings as a father, and, I'm not a mother. But yet to see the pain, to see the truth, to see the actual factual knowledge coming from her because she's experienced some things, I was like, okay, now I kind of get now where my baby mama come from. Because at the end of the day, it's not all about me. And it's not just the fact that it's about the kids, it's what you provide to the kids. It's what you show the kids. I'm not a monster, but my daughter at 5 years old thought I was a monster.
Oh, damn.
That hurt my heart. Well, I couldn't do nothing but
That's a
laugh.
baby girl, too.
That's
a baby girl.
That's my baby girl. She getting ready to be 10 in March. So,
God damn.
Man, I have contact with my children.
Shit.
I do have contact with my children.
Damn,
I have
my
my daughter's about to be 10 and my son's getting ready to be 8. And
boy,
I have.
Hey, King David pullout game was trash, boy.
Hey man, when you find something
he said
good,
leaving
man,
it in, ain't no
hey.
choice but to leave it in. God damn, that's big.
But
bro.
She says Illinois is a father's rights state. Actually, I didn't know that. Is either you know what? I'm glad you said that because I seen something on Channel 11 before the way they was talking about something like that, but I didn't think it would come to pass the way it has. So yeah, you are right. Thank you very much, baby girl.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna have to go on C-SPAN too, because C-SPAN is that channel to look at for like federal and government laws, shit like that to be passing.
Yeah.
But like, that's deep for you to to say that too as well. And I appreciate, for you to sharing that with, with
man.
everybody out here and shit.
Oh yeah, man. I can't.
That's real
front,
ass
man.
shit, And like I feel like what you've learned as a father seeing your baby's mothers to go out like that, your baby mother to go out like that, to leave you, and if you felt that, I was kind of feeling that way as a younger child because again, I had to wake up. You know what I mean? I woke up to my mother crying on the edge of the bed because my dad is shot again in the hospital. He's locked up again, and so just to seeing her cry and see how she was hurting, that automatically, I'm like, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
And you carry that for all your kid years. You just carry that. It makes you boil at some given point that you know that you're going to be better than what your father was.
And that's why I'm still single right now. I say until I feel like I'm until I feel like I'm ready. I still feel like I'm not ready. I'm still growing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still figuring shit out about life and about these crazy ass women that I love to death. It's like I hate them and I love them at the same damn time.
Listen, man, it is some good women out here.
It is great ass women out here.
It is some great women.
And everything is timing. Everything is timing when it comes to these women.
In Chicagoland, I can say for sure that there are really good women.
Chicago got cute fat women. I would tell you that like that. Chicago got some cute fat women, boy. Look, get you a cute fat chick and then make her lose weight. She can turn into one of these little bad bougie chicks you see on IG. Because there's a lot of cute fat women out here. It's just you gotta tame them on their eating and their dieting and shit. Because Chicago got a lot of good food. And women do got some bad health. You feel me? A bad diet. This is
because y'all live crazy.
You know,
You know y'all crazy, girl. Stop playing.
But you know what I'm saying.
Thorough, what's good, boy?
I'll
see you, homie.
Give me like a decently chubby, cute chick.
Hold up. Let me ask my man. Two Turnt Radio, man. King Dave, Heavy Head, Vince. I see you, Fooly. Check it out. Let me ask you a question, bro. Y'all
talking to the mic a little bit.
Oh, but yeah. Let me ask you this, bro. True or false? Fathers get a bad rap for leaving a relationship compared to mothers leaving a relationship and they get a good rap. True or false, Vince? Holla at me, man. But what we got? A few minutes left. We got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I got about 5 more minutes left. Yeah. But you know, I was just saying that overall, fathers tend to get less gratitude. I would say, like this, compare Father's Day and Mother's Day. It's a big hoorah, big push for Mother's Day. Mama, this. Then for the father,
my man say true.
It is true. It is true. You know what I'm saying? Come to Father's Day, you got mamas who want to be fathers. You got then the actual day itself is so under celebrated.
Hold on.
It passes on as we don't even know it.
Yeah, my man say we get a bad rap anyway. What you think about that? Do you think we get a bad rap anyway? Yes. You know what? To a certain extent, yeah, we get a bad rap because of the simple fact we black.
Well, let's take the color out of it. Let's just look at the fact that we're
holla
men.
At my mans right quick.
The fact that we're men, we get a bad rep. Like you said earlier, King, was that men, we be fucking a lot, right?
Yeah.
So automatically, right, because of the fact that we fuck around a lot, quote unquote, air quotations.
We'll keep y'all stressed. Stop playing, girl. We do not keep y'all stressed.
Right. Women, they keep themselves stressed.
You something else.
God damn it.
Girl.
Look,
I love you for that, girl.
I tell a chick, look, babe, you stressed, drink some water and take a nap. About 30-minute nap. They don't want to do. They want to. And women think about a lot of shit. They overthink and then they fabricate these imaginations and this reality. And you could literally give a playbook to a chick like, look, this is how it's gonna be, and they would not look at it. They would just pass up on it, and then they'll still fuck some shit up. You know what I'm saying? I love women to death, but let's be real. They are good for fucking some shit up and then blame you. It's your fault.
You don't think
what you didn't do, what you didn't say.
You don't think we are the cause of certain things?
Hey, no, certain things, not all things. That same thing with women. They the problems of certain things for men, but not all things. You know what I mean? Women need to know how to take responsibility for some action too. Shit, you feel me?
I understand.
So and that's also gonna be an issue. If you get with a chick who don't know how to be responsible or take responsibility for her actions and for her faults, that's a relationship waiting to fall. Right?
It's called
maturity.
I would like to call it emotional accountability.
It is emotional accountability. Because women are headaches, goddammit. They really are headaches, and sometimes
you really headaches. I give you that.
You really don't want to be listening to them, but you sit down and listen. You sit down and give them that mental time.
But where are we in this God green, beautiful earth without them?
Where are we? We can't. Well, without women, there is no man. Because we then again, without man, there is no woman. We need each other.
Look,
you know what
man,
I mean?
I've learned a whole lot in my days about women. And you want me to tell you what I learned about them? Leave their ass alone.
Oh yeah.
Give them a hug. Go to the store. Get them some pads or whatever.
Look.
Give them another hug and just leave them alone. Okay.
Look at this. The final note. We got about a minute left. I'm gonna say this here. Any man that's really truly about business, he will be a single man because he's gonna make sure his business and finances is right.
Well,
you can't. It's if you got a business, it's gonna be pretty hard to focus on your business and your woman, especially give your woman 100% of you. It's gonna be times when you're gonna be away, you're gonna be at work, you're gonna be grinding, and you're not gonna give her the affection and time and the love that she may be demanding from you. And again, if you look back, a lot of successful men tend to become successful first, then get their wife.
Well, I just say this. Get your shit together. Get your own goddamn crib. Can't nobody tell you nothing.
Dead
Look,
ass.
man, we gonna end this off, man. Facebook Live, I love y'all. Mama, I see you. I love you. Thank you very much for your love and your support.
Hey,
love
y'all.
you very much for that. But yeah, we out of here. Two Turnt Radio, King Dave.
This is the 6'2" Hundo podcast. You know, he look, he's so he turned for the radio. This is the actual podcast, a 6'2" Hundo's podcast.
Yes, sir.
Heavy Heaven, King David, King Eastside,
Yes,
Eastside
sir.
Dave. It's a whole bunch of names, KD.
Facebook Live, love y'all. Two Turnt Radio, we out.
All right, we out of here, y'all. He said bye to Facebook. I'm saying bye to the tube of you.
See y'all
Y'all
later.
have a great day.
Adios.
Peace out.